You are to combine the two in harmony. Not if you have one to the extreme, you will be very unscientific. If you have another to the extreme, you become all of a sudden a mechanical man.
Bruce Lee remains one of the most talked about figures in martial arts and film. For decades, fans have dissected his near superhuman feats, whispered about mysterious training secrets, and debated the suspicious circumstances around his untimely death. Everyone knows Bruce was talented, but did you know some believe he performed stunts that not even modern scientists can fully explain? Accounts vary. Some say he once played table tennis with nunchucks. Others swear they saw him catch grains of rice midair with chopsticks. Whether or not these tales are perfectly accurate, they prove one thing. The legend of Bruce Lee isn't going away anytime soon. Get ready, because we're about to dive deep into the mind-blowing world of Bruce Lee's legacy, his extreme training, hidden pressures, and the rumors that keep people talking decades after his passing. And hey, if you find yourself hyped or entertained at all, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe. Every sub helps me buy more coffee. A shocking body modification. In the quest to maintain a flawless on-screen image, Bruce Lee reportedly underwent a procedure that left many fans stunned. He had sweat glands removed from his underarms. Some see it as proof of his near-obsessive commitment to visual perfection. No armpit sweat stains for the camera, no sign of weakness, ever. Others point to a darker possibility, that this extreme measure may have exacerbated or accelerated the health issues leading to his early death. In fact, some fans argue that losing the ability to cool off effectively might have magnified the risk of heat stroke, which has been floated as one possible cause of his demise. While no definitive proof has been established, the story still circulates, adding another layer of intrigue to Bruce's legend. Imagine being so dedicated to your craft that even a bit of perspiration becomes unacceptable. Yet for someone who performed physically demanding feats on film day after day, kicking, punching, flexing under the lights, the desire to appear perpetually unruffled could make sense. Hollywood is known for its image-conscious stars, but few went as far as Bruce, taking an irreversible step to keep his look pristine. But that wasn't the only radical step he took. The daily grind that defied logic. Bruce Lee's training regime wasn't just intense, it bordered on absurd. Some witnesses claimed he cranked out 5,000 punches and 2,000 kicks every single day. Others add that he incorporated 200 leg raises, 100 twisting sit-ups, and 200 frog kicks, all in one relentless session. As if that weren't enough, he also found time for lesser-known but equally punishing exercises like two-finger push-ups and the legendary dragon flag, a move that requires extreme core strength to keep your entire body suspended off a bench by your shoulders. Where other people saw downtime, Bruce saw a window for improvement. Rumors even suggest he had extra secret exercises he never revealed publicly, obscure breathing techniques or mental drills that enhanced his reflexes to superhuman levels. He was so committed to maximizing every minute that he'd reportedly practice kicking while watching TV, demonstrating that training could be integrated into nearly any aspect of life. Whether these stories are myth or fact, one thing is certain. Bruce's discipline was on a level most mortals can hardly fathom, and that's only the beginning. Speed that boggles scientists. At times, Bruce's punches and kicks appeared so fast that cameras struggled to capture them. Directors of the Green Hornet famously begged him to slow down because the lens simply couldn't keep up. Behind the scenes, crew members recounted how Bruce could land multiple strikes in a single second, leaving opponents, and film crews, scrambling to figure out how to make the footage look realistic. Some claim that in real life, if he struck at his true speed, it might blur or appear as a single motion on camera. Legend has it, he once played table tennis using nunchucks instead of a paddle, volleying that tiny ball with such precision that spectators looked on in disbelief. While people debate the authenticity of that story, one demonstration that's unquestionably real is the 1-inch punch, an almost comically short range that could launch a person backward, sometimes multiple feet. How could so much power emanate from such a tiny movement? Some fans, citing special training or hidden Eastern knowledge, go so far as to speculate doping or ancient secrets. Although there's no solid evidence to back such claims, they persist because Bruce's feats seem to defy normal limitations. And trust me, the mysteries only get deeper. Underground challenges and Seattle rooftops. We often hear heroic legends of Bruce Lee's street fights, rooftop duels, and behind closed doors tests of skill. While some say the stories are exaggerated, others insist that only a fraction of the real tales ever came to light. In Seattle, for instance, Bruce allegedly participated in a few notorious rooftop showdowns known as bamboo fights. These weren't friendly exhibitions. They were raw, unpredictable bouts pitting Bruce against skilled martial artists eager to test him. Did he always come out on top? Accounts differ, and Bruce himself rarely talked openly about these fights. In fact, one rumor says he once faced off against a formidable opponent who outmaneuvered him at first, prompting Bruce to rethink certain aspects of his strategy. True or not, even rumored losses never tarnished his legend. If anything, they highlighted that he was still evolving. He wasn't just a movie star delivering choreographed kicks. He was a martial artist who tested his mettle in real conditions. Another whisper suggests private matches against people from various disciplines, karate, judo, even boxing, proving Bruce wanted to gather a universal skill set. But the secrets don't end there. Hidden pressures and iron will. Behind every dazzling stunt or philosophical quote, Bruce Lee wrestled with enormous pressure. He was a Hollywood star trying to break barriers in an industry that often pigeonholed Asian actors, giving them only limited stereotypical roles. He refused to accept that kind of limitation, fighting to create his own path, and not just figuratively. It's widely discussed how much he struggled to land significant roles in Hollywood, eventually returning to Hong Kong, where he found a more appreciative audience for his talents. At the same time, he was revered as a near-mythical fighter, constantly tested by onlookers who wanted a piece of the legend. This dual existence, artist versus warrior, must have weighed heavily on him. Some claim he hardly ever got enough sleep, always refining techniques, pushing his body further, and exploring new training routines that often seemed experimental. Stress can wreak havoc on even the strongest individuals. Could that have played a part in his sudden medical crisis? Possibly. Others say the psychological toll, combined with his physical intensity, led to a precarious balance in his health. Yet Bruce Lee refused to slow down, blazing a path for future generations to explore martial arts with creativity, authenticity, and relentless drive. He was known to have disagreements with more traditional masters who disapproved of his open-minded approach, teaching anyone willing to learn, regardless of background or ethnicity. Many older schools of thought wanted strict lineage and secrecy. Bruce believed that martial arts should be for all who genuinely sought to improve themselves, and that drive would soon collide with controversy. Unresolved rumors and controversies. The biggest enigma surrounding Bruce Lee? His death at the shockingly young age of 32. Officially, it's listed as a reaction to medication, but alternate theories swirl. Some say it was a heat stroke that turned fatal, possibly linked to the sweat gland removal. Others spin wilder yarns about triads, curses, or foul play within the industry, accusations that can't really be proven or disproven at this point. Another angle suggests that Bruce was experimenting with unusual supplements or stimulants to enhance his already prodigious stamina, leading to an accidental OD. No one can say for certain, and each new decade spawns fresh speculation. Even those who were closest to him sometimes offered contradictory accounts. Linda Lee, his wife, stood firmly by official medical explanations, while others cited mysterious symptoms or external threats. This swirl of mystery keeps Bruce Lee firmly in the public eye, ensuring that new generations discover his story and debate how a man so fit and focused could suddenly vanish. We see the same speculation around his son, Brandon Lee, who also passed away far too young in a tragic on-set accident. For many, the Lee family story seems almost cursed, adding another dimension to the mythos. Still, none of this can overshadow the life he built and changed along the way. His philosophy and family legacy. Many forget that Bruce Lee wasn't just a fighter. He was a philosopher who created Jeet Kune Do, an adaptable martial arts approach that demanded efficiency and self-expression. The core principle was simple, yet radical. Strip away what isn't useful, and evolve. He famously challenged rigid traditions, opening his lessons to students from all backgrounds. This outraged certain sectors of the martial arts world, who believed these skills should remain secret and only taught within closed circles of specific cultural lineages. Bruce, however, pushed forward, insisting martial arts should evolve and remain universal in spirit. Beyond the dojo, He was a husband, a father, and a teacher to his son Brandon, whom he guided from an early age. He would often pass down the same principles of discipline, adaptability, and constant self-reflection, values that shaped Brandon into a formidable martial artist and actor in his own right. In a sense, Bruce's true legacy is more than iconic kicks or fight scenes. It's his ideas on freedom, discipline, and openness in martial arts. Students who studied under him, or even just read his writings, talk of revelations that transcended physical training and touched on deeper life philosophies. That spark continues today, with dojos, online forums, and film historians all discussing his approach to adaptation. Be water, my friend. Those simple words, urging fluidity, responsiveness, and humility, remain central to his ethos. Despite his passing, the way Bruce lived and taught has inspired countless people to push their own boundaries, whether in martial arts or any other endeavor requiring dedication and creativity. Now, let's bring it all together. From an unimaginable training routine to rumored underground fights, from a controversial surgery to the swirl of conspiracy theories around his death, Bruce Lee remains a puzzle wrapped in a legend. He bridged cultural gaps, redefined on-screen action, and left behind philosophies that martial artists still follow today. Maybe we'll never know the complete truth of his final hours, but that hasn't stopped millions from studying his films, practicing his moves, and trying to capture a fraction of his passion. Even decades later, his name evokes admiration, curiosity, and sometimes heated debates about who might stand a chance against him in a fair fight. Yet beyond the myths, it's crucial to remember Bruce Lee's humanity, his struggles, his insecurities, and the sheer willpower it took to achieve what he did. He was a complex individual who merged mental discipline with physical prowess in a way few have matched. In the end, that may be the real secret to his enduring appeal. He showed that true mastery comes not from innate talent alone, but from an unyielding drive to innovate, adapt, and exceed your own limits. If you enjoyed diving into the world of Bruce Lee, hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe. Because every sub gets me one step closer to another cup of coffee. And if you've got a Bruce Lee rumor or jaw-dropping moment we missed, drop it below. Did you ever hear about the time he dislocated someone's shoulder with just a friendly tap? Or maybe the rumor he once balanced on a single finger? The conversation never ends, just like the legend itself. Stay curious, stay inspired, and remember, you don't have to be Bruce Lee to push beyond what people think you're capable of. Until next time, thanks for watching and keep kicking forward.